All right, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles, the great millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations be to the hopeful elect, those in the gospel abroad, living up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever they may be. This is the brother Mahaloya, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, through the Rakakwadash, which is the Holy Spirit. This is just a quick lesson titled that all eyes are going to be on the prophets now, because if you pay attention to the videos, what we've been going into this whole COVID-19 scare tactic, which has been a total justification to shutting down the entire country, because our brothers have been sending articles in a group meet and intel from different brothers that have family members that work in these different hospitals, etc., stating that a full-fledged lockdown of the country is going to manifest itself in any day now. All right, because if you pay attention now, out there in Cali, they're on a pretty much a complete lockdown from San Francisco to LA, to parts over, California, which consists of San Francisco, LA. Those cities are completely locked down. Over there in New York, I believe that the troops have been dispatched there. In Chicago, the troops are on the way. So we're getting ready to be on total lockdown in all 50 states, because there are alleged cases of this coronavirus that's been spreading, according to Esau's documents. Okay, and even though, like the Apostle Gabar said, it was a scare tactic, a hoax, a fear tactic, through the spirit it worked. Okay, and like I said in my previous video, it would be stupid for the elites not to take advantage of this, because they have everybody where they want. Okay, and we've been speaking on these things of this type of magnitude for years. For years, brothers, and now, hey, this is the time to rejoice, man. You know, hey, let's go, champs. Hey, now it's the time to really get in the spirit and buckle down and really know what this thing is about. Because this is what we waited for our whole lives. Even before we came into the truth, we were seeking some type of retribution from the so-called white man, you know, meaning that he's going to go down, you know. But anyway, so all eyes on the prophets now, all right? Because now if you look at your videos, they're getting more hits and stuff like that. People are commenting, people are coming around, people are asking questions, you know, of that nature. So, hey, that's how the Lord, you know, that's the Lord magnifying his truth, okay? So this is the book of Ezekiel 3:17. It says, "Son of man, I've made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the words at my mouth and give them warning from me," okay? And that's what we've been doing when we go out to the highways and the byways, which is known as the chief place of concourse, you know, going into these different articles, because all these articles right here are completely prophetic, because it says Denmark rushes through emergency coronavirus law, meaning that it says the parliament on Thursday, where the hell did it go? Let me find it real quick. Damn, it just disappeared on me. That's crazy. Let me try to recapture it back. Bear with me for a second, brothers. And another thing too, man, hey, the Most High, he's getting ready to shut this internet down. So, you know, get this information while you can get it. You know, those of you brothers out there that's sincere, get this information while you can get it, and, you know, run with it, man. And, you know, teach it, you know, while we still got the chance. Because, hey, I'm going to say about another week here, if things continue, hey, we'll probably be on full lockdown here at KC2, you know, in the state of Missouri, the state of Kansas. Hey, Illinois is pretty much going to be on lockdown, because they're doing this thing by FEMA regions, which we're in FEMA region 7. So they're going to lock things down in increments, you know. But it says here, Denmark's parliament on Thursday night unanimously passed an emergency coronavirus law, which gives health authorities powers to force testing, treatment, and quarantine with the backing of the police. So they can do this by force, man. If you refuse to get vaccinated, or if you refuse to get tested for this corona bullshit, they can detain you by force, okay? And that's the whole point. Draconian law, okay? This is what you're going to call a dystopia. They're going to be monitoring you, they're going to be watching you, and they're going to exuberate their laws by force. That's the times that we're coming in, brothers. And hey, some brothers are going to get caught up in this thing, man. Even if, you know, this event blows over, which it can blow over, you know, but nonetheless, this has set the stage for what America is. Because from this day forward, America will never be the same again. This is going to be the norm, a police state, which we've been in a police state since 9/11. But expect to see troops, you know, lockdowns periodically and things like that. expect to see these things on a huge scale, because this is the time we're living in. All right. And I don't see things going back to the way they once were. You know, like the way we've lived 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, that day is dead. It's done. You know, clubs are shutting down. Restaurants, you can't really eat on the inside. You got to go through drive-through. You know, different places are closed. You know, you can't stand in long lines. This place is shutting down, brothers. So call Allah Yahabashi, how was shy, man. All right. And this is just another article here dealing with prophetic endeavors. It says pandemic will last 18 months or longer. Leaked U.S. government report warns. And hey, I hope it lasts. I hope it do last that long. But on the flip side, I hope that the Lord be back and by then, because I guarantee you, through the Spirit, if we on lockdown 18 months or whatever it's going to be, hey, brothers are going to, you know, get a standard risen through them, because 18 months of locking people down, the chip is going to be in the midst of that. And right after the chip is passed, hey, the Lord going to come quick. Prophecy going to speed up quick. All right. So this is another article here, and I may go into this later on because this is actually tying into the RFID chip. But it says National Guard activation. Well, not this article, but National Guard activation expected to double by weekend to help combat virus. Hey, so once they get the National Guard in place, then they're going to fully lock down the whole nation. Because when they get the National Guard in place, that's when they can be justified on declaring martial law in a state of an emergency to stave off looters and rioters and things like that. Because when people is on lockdown and they run short on a supply of food, they're going to start looting and robbing and killing and stealing, because that's the reason why they got the guards on place, because they know that this type of thing is going to happen, which should prove to us brothers that this is something bigger than what they're really leading on. Because why do you need to deploy the National Guard and martial law troops in order to keep people detained or keep people in order? Because they know that this shit is going to get out of hand, man. All right. And I think they planning on locking people up for longer than 2 weeks. You know, so, hey, man, through the Spirit, hey, this thing is it's going to fall down. It's all coming crumbling down. You know, our lives are changing. It's going to change for the best for us, but for the worst for you people. Okay, but it says Milken Institute launches coronavirus or COVID-19 vaccine and treatment tracker. Oh, there you go. This came out March 18th. It says March 18, 2020, the Milken Institute is launching a resource to help the public and policymakers track progress in the development of treatments and vaccines for COVID-19, which these are going to be mandatory. Okay, this is going to be a way that they can push the RFID chip and Esau Edom setting up his new world order. Okay, so anyway, it says here, and when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die. And we're telling our people that unless they come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, they're going to be put to death. Okay, because, hey, this is the time of Jacob's trouble. The things we've been speaking about on them highways and byways and these sit-downs was Jacob's trouble, and how it's going to come a total takeover of this society. All right, this is a total takeover. Nothing more, nothing less. And this COVID-19 was the perfect scenario to get the country to shift paradigm. Because like I was saying earlier, hey, it ain't going to never go back to the way it was back in the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, the golden days. Those days are gone. They're long gone. You know, and like I was saying, Esau would be dumb to not take advantage of this crisis. All right, so this is the new norm, brothers. Okay, and hey, when they actually do their thing and they start moving in weird ways, hey, that's going to be when the Spirit tells us we're going to have to get the hell up out of here, man. All right, but the Spirit is going to guide us through all things. You know, so hey, brothers, you know, pay attention to the prophecies, pay attention to Esau, and pray and fast and ask the Lord what the next best move is. Because, hey, when they get to kicking in doors and things like that, you don't want to be around for that, man. All right, you don't want to be around for this. And if you in the cities, hey, like I said in the video yesterday, if you in the cities, man, and you can get the hell out of there, then, hey, do what you need to do. But ultimately, if you're of the elect, you will be okay. And the Spirit is going to tell you when and how to move. Because the reality of it is, brothers are going to be in the city because they ain't got nowhere to go. Some brothers don't know how to survive in the wilderness and things like that. So they're going to be protected by the Spirit of the Lord. Because it's not everybody's lot to flee from this thing. And it is some of our lots to get away with it, you know. But ultimately, the entire elect is going to be saved. All right. But it says, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life. The same wicked man should die in his iniquity, but his blood I will require at thy hand. So all you guys out here that's bullshitting and playing games, and, you know, hey, this mark of the beast prophecy is getting ready to come to pass. So all you niggas out there that talk all that shit about, oh, the chip ain't the mark of the beast, is this, and that. Hey, you finna put your foot in your mouth real soon. And you're going to find out that the men of GMS had it right the whole time. All right. And I say that humbly and with respect, but boldness. We got the truth, man. And look, the Lord is dealing with us, man. His light is shining upon us. Okay. Because everybody's going to start coming around asking questions. What did I do now? And through the Spirit, we just had the Passover. And I believe Great Millstone was the only ones that had their Passover. And you know that Passover is highly spiritual and symbolic as to being exempt from judgment, because you put the spiritual blood over your doorpost before the death angel, which is Yahushai, so he can pass over your residence, man, and deliver you and your family. And through the Spirit, we got our Passover in a week ago. And then after our Passover, this whole shebang came through. This whole corona bullshit just picked up out the blue. I mean, a matter of 5 days, this world is an entirely different place. All right. But you got other guys out there. They ain't get a chance to keep their Passover. So you didn't get a chance to put that blood on your doorpost. So, hey, if you dudes, man, you're not sincere and you don't repent, hey, you're going to be casted out there. You're going to be found out to be a liar and you're going to be destroyed. All right. And it says again, when a righteous man doth turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die. Okay. And this stumbling block is the chip, man. And this whole takeover is a stumbling block into the 2/3, because Jake is looking worried out here, man. They don't know when the next meal is going to come from, but us, we ain't worried about that. We just got faith in the Lord. It's a day by day thing. All right. And it says, because thou hast not given him warning, he should die in his sin, and his righteousness which he have done should not be remembered. Blood is blood without required thine hand. That's right, man. Because, hey, we ain't one of the people the Lord to jack us up. All right. And so this is going down to verses 23. It says, and then I arose and went forth into the plain, and behold, the glory of Yahweh stood there, as the glory which I saw by the river of Kabar. And I fell on my face. And then a spirit entered into me, and set me upon my feet, and spake with me, and said unto me, go, shut thyself within thy house. All right. So there you go, man. The Lord is getting ready to shut us up, man. He's getting ready to put us in hiding. All right. Because, hey, physically, we all finna be on lockdown. Spiritually, hey, we going to be through the Spirit. We're going to be, hey, our retirement package is here. The benefits are just waiting, man. We just got to, hey, we put in a resignation notice, man. And it is up to the Lord to give us that good report, And it says, go shut thyself within thy house. And this is what the prophets are getting ready to do. Whether they be in the houses or wherever they're going to go, wherever we're going to go. Hey, the Lord is going to put his hand over our mouths, man, because, hey, we've been warning you people. Now the time is over with. Now you got to fend for yourselves. It says, but thou, O son of man, behold, they should put bands upon thee and should bind thee with them, and thou should not go out among them. Okay. And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, and thou should be dumb and should not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. Okay. So, hey, he's finna shut us up. We ain't gonna be out here prophesying too much longer. I'll give it another week in Kansas City at best. And hey, we probably gonna be on the same curfew, man. Because the way that they're spreading, like I'm at work right now, and I see what they're doing. They're playing, Esau's playing games. My supervisor, because I got 2 supervisors, he didn't come in all week. And this is a state organization, right? So, they're juiced in. They're in league with the government, because this is a government, like city jobs and things. They're government structures. So now all of a sudden they're separating people. They're separating 2 at a time. You can't come to this building. I got to go to that building, go to this building. Don't come back over here. We can't come back in certain places. So what I'm thinking is the fact that Esau wants to downsize. He wants to start laying people off. So therefore, the supervisor, which he's a diabetic, okay, I believe that they're going to say that, hey, he caught the COVID-19 because they're juiced in. I believe that they're going to stage some shit to make a pandemic scare so they could be justified on locking this place down, because, hey, state governments are in league with the federal government, man. That's just what it is. So they get orders from the top and they shoot them down to these different sheds, and, hey, they follow protocol. All right. So, hey, brothers, we living in them times, man. Hey, and things are going to get real hectic out here real soon. All right. So, matter of fact, let me go from here to the book of, matter of fact, I'm going to go back to Ezekiel. But this is the book of Amos 3, verses 7. It says, surely the Lord Yahweh would do anything, but he revealeth his secrets unto the servants, the prophets. Okay. And we believe we're the prophets of the Lord. So therefore, hey, we understand these things, and this is why we were spot on point when we were prophesying, because I was looking at some of my videos yesterday, and I was looking at us prophesying, and I said, damn, these shits are accurate, man. All right, and that boosted my favor, because I'm like, yeah, we really may be the men of the Lord if we keep faithful. Because when I was looking at the videos, I was like, wow, the prophecies was on point, and we was speaking exactly pretty much verbatim or general consensus as to what's going to happen. And it makes so much sense now, and I see why the Lord said what he's going to say, okay? Because the scriptures say there should be no open vision, okay? And he's going to put his hands over the mouth of the prophets, and the sun is going to go down on the prophets, you know? But why your Hunter and all these other guys, why they not out here prophesying? You know, why they're not out here telling you about the COVID-19, that martial law, and all these things are coming to a state near you, you know? Because, hey, the spirit ain't on them dudes, man, okay? So this is the book of Hosea 12, verses 10. All right. It says here, I've also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. So, okay, you know, you have a brother that have a dream about this. That brother may have a dream about that. He may have a dream about this. That brother may have a dream about that, etc. You know, and hey, I've had a dream about martial law several times. They was right outside the crib, seen it in a vision. You know, and things went down. It was kicking in doors, you know, and I wasn't necessarily there, but I was like there in the spirit, how like when the Lord and the angel took John and showed him the whore and showed Ezekiel the valley, which is America. He took him here in the spirit. Same thing when Edras saw this place falling, he saw it in the spirit, in a vision, and that's how I visualized the martial law. They was kicking in doors, and I was hearing screaming and shooting, like they was kicking in doors, killing people, you know. And when I woke up, it was 144. And I was like, wow, that was crazy. Because, hey, in the vision, because it wasn't a clock in the room, but in the vision, it was 144 written in red, because clocks, you know, the numbers are red. And then when I woke up, it was like 144. I was like, wow, that's crazy. That was a hell of a vision, you know. So, hey, man, once again, it says, I've also spoken by the prophets, and I've multiplied visions and used them by the similitude, by the ministry of the prophets, okay? So, hey, call all Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you know. We've been speaking on these things, and hey, we sound like a broken record. But hey, like I said in Ezekiel, give them warning. You got to warn Jake, man. You got to tell Jake, because Jake is fucking hard-headed. They ain't going to get right, you know. But 2 Ezra 15:1, it says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, says the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And Ezra was written on the scrolls, okay? This is what was written in paper, all right? And these are the words we're reading, and we're speaking these things through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you know. So hey, we're telling you brothers that, man, this is the beginning of the end, and things are going to completely intensify out here. We ain't seen nothing yet. This is the quiet before the storm. You can still move around and go to work and do all kinds of shit. Hey, now, hey, sooner or later, hey, they're going to fully lock this place down, okay? Because, hey, articles have been coming out, brothers been speaking on it, and hey, we've been locked in the spirit. All right, so this is the book of Revelation 19:10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See that thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. Okay, so this is a testament unto Yahweh Shai, because we're testifying of the prophecies and of the things that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai have done in the spirit and revealed unto us. All right, so hey, man, you scorners and you scoffers, don't come around us, all right, because you ain't fucking welcome. All you niggas on the comment boards that was popping shit and tripping and calling us all types of bugged out names, hey, don't come around us, man. All right, we want nothing to do with you. Go to the sellers and buy. Don't come around us, because we ain't got no answer for you. All right, because hey, a lot of you dudes are gonna start trying to come around and look for us, and you know, possibly come up to the camp in droves, you know, if we're still able to prophesy. But hey, even the Lord is shutting that down. So brothers, we're gonna have to do more group meets, more hangout lessons, personal sit downs, because it's gonna come a time the Lord is finna take us off the streets, man. They ain't gonna see us out there. We ain't gonna be out there prophesying when you got M-Raps and Humvees and stuff down the road. You know, that's stupid. But this is the book of Ezekiel 33:33. It says, And when this come to pass, lo, it will come, then they should know that a prophet had been among them. And with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, B'Ashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles, a great millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful leg. Noah's in the gospel, bro. Living up the standard of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, wherever they may be. And with that, shalom and a baba ball.